Right.
Ready?
So anyone tries to push you, grab you, shove you in any way, just tell them that's assault. Do not touch me, that's assault. If anyone gets in your face, the best thing you could do is ignore them. Don't say anything back to them because they'll just feed off that, and that's what they want. They want to see us angry. They want to see us react, and we can't give them a reaction. So today we're going to be protesting at a high-end buffet in Las Vegas. And this is a different form of protesting because we'll be going inside the restaurant and disrupting, which I believe is one of the most effective things we can do because we are going into a place that normalizes violence. So I'll be the only one speaking. And then my last line that I'm going to say is, please choose compassion over cruelty. Thank you. And then after that, I'm going to say it's not food, it's violence. And then the second time I say it, we're going to chant together. I think that's it.
Yeah, let's do this.
Is everyone ready?
Fuck yeah.
I'm always so nervous. Okay. All right, you ready? My name is Lizette Reyes. I'm an ethical vegan and I'm an animal rights activist. I went vegan a little over 3 years ago. I realized that I could no longer contribute to the pain and suffering of animals and the degradation of this planet. Believe it or not, this is not meat. This is soy and pea protein based. I started caring about the welfare of animals after watching several documentaries and YouTube videos that were shedding light about what was happening on factory farms and so-called humane farms. I watched innocent sentient beings being hung upside down and their throats slit, often while they were still conscious, struggling to escape. I watched chickens being boiled alive, piglets no more than a few days old being castrated, screaming in agony without painkillers, male chicks being tossed into grinders simply because they were born the wrong sex and they were of no use to the egg industry. I knew what I was watching was wrong and that I had to do something about it. So this is fishless fillet. It's from a popular brand called Gardein, and you can still enjoy your fish. Animals just don't have to suffer for it. You really don't think about your food once having a face, a beating heart, and feelings. These are things you just don't think about growing up because eating meat, dairy, and eggs is something you're indoctrinated from birth to do. And I didn't realize until I was older and I started going to different animal sanctuaries and interacting and spending time with cows, chickens, pigs, and goats, that all these animals had their own individual personalities and they felt love, joy, and sorrow, and they're so similar to the dogs and cats in our homes. I also realized that just because something is socially accepted doesn't make it morally right. So right now I am at One Family Animal Sanctuary in North Las Vegas, and this is a rescue for animals that have been dumped, abandoned, and surrendered by their previous owners. Hey there! How are you? How are you? What's going on? When these animals come into sanctuaries, they're taken from situations where they've been neglected and abused. And, for example, horses usually. So this is Lily. Lily is 20 years old, and believe it or not, she was posted on Craigslist for free. her previous owners could no longer ride her, and therefore they no longer had use for her. So this little lady right here is also another rescue, and she was used for entertainment purposes. She used to pull little carriages around at kids' parties. And now she is retired here, living out the rest of her life. Usually they'll go to a shelter, and shelters just don't have rooms, the capacity for animals like that, and or they'll just abandon them, and they end up at places like this if they're lucky, you know, because usually people just, you know, want to take the easy way out and euthanize them, unfortunately. And not a lot of people know that horses can live up to 35 years.
Perfect.
You want more? I hear you, Marty. Here. Okay. All right. Okay, you can have it. I think you love them. Mm-hmm. You love them.
You can see by his paws that he loves everything.
They look like they're going to push you
People
down.
often are like, is she pregnant? I'm like, no, that's a boy. That's what's even worse.
I'm sorry, I don't know anything. I'm sorry. Situations like quote unquote micro mini pigs, a lot of people get them. They're so popular right now, and you know, they adopt them thinking they're only going to be 35 pounds max, and then they end up getting, you know, 100 plus pounds, and people no longer want to take care of them because they're not, you know, cute anymore. So they end up abandoning them. They end up in shelters, and like I said, if they're lucky, they come to places like this, like sanctuaries, and, you know, they spend the remainder of their lives here.
What is that?
I was just gonna ask if you wanted to do my brother's leftovers.
Sure. Never want to turn down a beer. This, now I'm taking it that this is a vegan certified beer, right? Because in the last couple of months that we hung out.
This has been sitting in the fridge for a long time. Let me Google it. I don't know if it is.
It's okay.
He started like looking into that too. So believe it or not, beer is usually not vegan because of the filtering process, which usually includes fish guts, casein, and gelatin. And gelatin comes from cows. I have a lot of vegan friends, but I also have meat-eating friends that I still hang out with. I don't think it's difficult being around them because they kind of already know that when they're going out to eat with me that we're gonna go to a vegan restaurant. And I see it as an opportunity to show them that you don't have to sacrifice taste and flavor when you're eating vegan food. And honestly, they're never disappointed when they go to eat with me. They still get to enjoy burgers, pizzas, and tacos. It's just veganized. You're gonna have to open that.
What are the dogs' names?
So my dogs' names are Jackson, Kingsley, and Arthur. And my dogs are vegan as well. I did a little research on pet stores, and most of the puppies, probably about 90% that are in pet stores come from puppy mills. They're factory farm dogs. These dogs don't even know what it's like to step on grass, what it's like to be out in sunshine, to play with toys. I knew that I could not contribute to that, and that there's so many dogs in shelters that are waiting to be adopted. So I ended up rescuing 3, so now I have 3 dogs, and it's the best decision I ever made. They have the puppy mill ban, which means that pet stores now are no longer allowed to sell puppies from puppy mills. They can only sell dogs from shelters. And we actually just passed that bill for the city of Las Vegas. And within 2 years, the local pet store here, which is called Petland, will no longer be allowed to sell puppies, and they're going to have to sell puppies and dogs from the local animal shelters here in Las Vegas. So public protest is the way we communicate directly with the wider public. It's also a way we empower each other to build a strong public... All right, guys.
That's cool.
All right. The most effective mechanism for change is non-violent civil resistance. And this is where ordinary people like you and me take to the streets and demonstrate our dissatisfaction. So right now we're protesting at Ramos Brothers Circus, and they take place every time they're in town, and we usually get anywhere from 20 to 50 people.
Hi, I'm Patrick Coleman, and why I do this is to give a voice to the animals. I think humanities, I feel like, is in the process of waking up. And I know I was woken up to conditions that we put the animals in a variety of industries that are cruel and unnecessary and really deprive the animals of their quality of life. And so doing these protests is in a small way, giving a voice for other causes and animals around the planet. So every time I attend a protest, whether it's for the lions or service animals, I feel like I'm giving a voice to all the animals. It's a small way I can contribute.
Louis, this one's your rescue, right? So we definitely have had people in the past walk out of line for their tickets to the circus. Just from reading our signs, and we've had people come out of line and join us and tell us that they'll never come to a circus again. So, even if it's just 1 or 2 people coming out of line, if we can change the mind of one person, that's all that matters, We've been protesting Ramos Brothers Circus for about a year now when they come into town. They are also in Southern California a lot. There's another activist by the name of Hani Levy, and me and her got involved in activism around the same time. And we started following their page and finding out when they were gonna be in town. So we just follow their social media or their webpage, and we find out when they're here, whether it be Ringling Brothers or Ramos Brothers Circus. Those are the ones that usually come out to the Vegas area. The most recent one we had lined up actually did not end up happening because the Galleria Mall in Henderson decided that they were not going to host Ramos Circus due to our actions on Facebook, which is a really powerful social media tool to reach out to other like-minded people and activists. And we let them know to flood their Facebook page and make phone calls to let them know that animals are not here for our entertainment, and that they were not being taken care of, and they were living in feces, and they were not being fed properly. And we expressed our concerns, and because of the outpour of a lot of concerned people in the community, they decided not to host them. So it was a small victory, and we're gonna continue to follow them wherever they go and try to get them shut down. We want them out of Vegas.
Because I was
Yeah, because it's okay, like Cirque du Soleil, you don't have any animals. You don't need animals to entertain. Just to see an elephant get on its hind legs, that's not entertainment.
Yeah, and that's expensive too.
Yeah, you can do much more, to entertain yourself than see some poor animals suffering in a North Las Vegas parking lot.
I'm big on that. I'm 100% with you on that.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for the support. Go vegan.
I keep eating her hamburger.
I know.
This is important because it's 2016. We shouldn't be exploiting animals. There's no reason at all when there's like circuses like Circus Soleil, and which are much better in production and they're way more fun.
Yes, I really feel like what we do to them is what we do to ourselves. So that's why I'm vegan. So
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no excuse for animal abuse. There's no excuse for animal abuse. There's no excuse for animal abuse.
So protesting can definitely be violent at times. I have definitely experienced people throw water in my face, push and shove me, and physically attack me.
We are here today to urge Matt to please pull out of the Chinese market until this country's methods are modernized, like most of the rest of the world. There are plenty of other companies out there that do not test our animals and are cruelty-free. I ask you today to please choose compassion over cruelty.
I will always remain calm, no matter what situation comes my way when I'm protesting. So tomorrow we're going to be doing a protest at Texas to Brazil, which is a local high-end meat buffet in Las Vegas. And this type of protest is a little different because we're going to be going into the restaurant and speaking. I feel that these type of disruptions are very important because we are speaking out when others are eating, and we're disrupting their conventional social norms. And this is I feel this is a very important tool for social change. Excuse me, everyone, may I have your attention, please? If this restaurant were to serve dog or cat meat, would you still eat here? I have another question. If you wouldn't eat a dog or a cat, why is it okay to eat a pig, a cow, a chicken, or a goat? These animals are often born on concrete floors.
Excuse me.
These animals are often born on concrete floors, and their home is a massive, crowded farm full of stench and misery. These animals are crammed into sheds by the thousands, sick and dying, stuck and covered in their own feces, never to see the light of day. These animals are hung upside down and their throats are slit, often while they're still conscious, struggling to escape. These animals suffer mutilations such as debeaking, dehorning, and castration without any painkillers. Why doesn't our kindness extend itself to every creature capable of feeling love, joy, pain, and loss? Does a mother cow not mourn loudly for her babies, just as I would for my own?
Excuse me.
I assure you, she does. We need to realize that there is no difference between a cow, a pig, a chicken, a dog, and a cat.
You're not right. You're wrong.
So why must we condemn some to lives of misery and treasure others as companions in our home? It does not have to be this way. We are all equal, and all animals deserve to be treated with love and respect. Peace starts at your place, and I ask you to please choose compassion over cruelty. It's not food, it's violence. It's not food, it's violence. It's not food, it's violence. Most importantly, peace starts at your plate. We need to stop contributing to the pain and suffering and exploitation of animals. Animals are not here
for us. They're here with us.
It's not food, it's violence. It's not food, it's violence.